Firstly, I want to say congratulations. I know that this is a difficult decision. I found it kind of difficult as well when I had to delete social media, but you might be feeling kind of strangely relieved, like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders, but you also might be feeling a little bit anxious, like you're thinking like, what are my friends doing? What are they up to? How am I going to stay in touch with them? So today I'm going to cover all that, and I'm also going to talk about what I think you should do now that you have deleted social media. The first thing, just to get it out of the way with, staying in touch with your friends, staying in touch with your family and your relatives. So how do you stay in touch with people when you have gotten rid of social media? So for me, it was mainly like Snapchat. I used to message like my cousins and my friends, and we had like the lads group chat in there. And I got rid of Snapchat because when I was going on to message people like my friends, I would find myself swiping across to the stories page and just looking through people's stories and wasting a bunch of time on there. So what I'd recommend in order to stay in touch with your friends is to just message that like one really close friend of yours on just literally text on your phone, text them, let them know, hey, I've deleted social media. I don't have Snapchat. I don't have Instagram anymore. Are you all right to let the other lads know, like in the group chat or something? Just sort of tell them like that. And then if they ask you like, why have you got rid of it? You can just tell them, listen, I'm kind of sick of social media, or just tell them whatever reason that you got rid of social media for. But I'm guessing it's because you were just sick of it, or maybe you're just on self-improvement and you've seen some videos kind of persuading you to get rid of social media, like I've done a bunch of videos like that, and you just want to be like more productive and stuff, and you're wasting way too much time on it. So just tell them straight up, like, listen, I'm wasting too much time on social media. I've got rid of it. So if you need to keep in touch with me, just literally ring me or message me. Like, that's what I did. And then just ask them to tell the rest of the friends. And then, it might take a few weeks. You might not hear from them. And not gonna lie, I felt kind of anxious, like, oh shit, I'm not going to see my friends very much anymore. I'm not, maybe they're going to sort of go off without me and carry on, and, I'm not going to get invited out and stuff anymore. But that's not been the case. They just message me. Okay, so let's get on into the meat of what I wanted to talk to you about is, what do you do now that you don't have social media anymore? Because you're going to find that you were spending a lot of time on social media. For me, it was around 2.5 hours a day. For you, it might be less, it might be more, it might be closer to 3-4 hours a day. So you're going to find that you've got a lot of extra time, a lot of extra stuff to do. So the first thing you need to establish is, what is your goals right now? What are the things that you're working towards? So for me, I'll give you my example, my experience. My goal is to not have to work in my 9-to-5 job anymore. So I'm trying to build this YouTube channel so that I can grow a community, grow a subscriber base, and earn money through this channel so that I don't have to work anymore. That is the goal. And I mean, I just rather, obviously I still have to work, so I have to work on this YouTube channel, but I have a lot more fun working on this than I do at my job. So that is the goal for me. So if you can have a goal like that, like, what is your goal? What is the thing you're working towards right now? That is going to build the foundation of what it is that you need to be doing instead of being on social media. So for me, the tasks that I started doing when I got rid of social media, because, when I first got rid of it, I was kind of bored. I was kind of like, well, what do I do now? Like, what do I spend my time doing? And honestly, like, to be completely honest, at the start, when I first removed social media from my phone, I kind of just got addicted to watching YouTube on my laptop, because, YouTube is kind of, it's like still social media, right? So I have obviously the YouTube browser on my laptop, and I was just spending a lot of extra time that I would have been spending on like Instagram, just scrolling through like YouTube. So instead of letting YouTube kind of show me content that it thought I was interested in, I actively went out and searched videos from self-improvement YouTubers like Hamza, like Iman Gadzi, and all these kind of, YouTubers, to kind of upskill myself and learn how to become a better YouTuber, learn how to be more productive, learn how to sleep better, eat better, and all these kind of things. And then it transformed from me just watching mindless YouTube content after I deleted social media to me actually actively searching to upskill myself. But that was all off the back of my current goal, which was to grow this channel. So in order to grow the channel, I needed to learn how to video edit. I needed to learn how to be good on camera. I needed to learn how to script videos. I needed to learn how to come up with video ideas. I needed to learn how to be more creative. I needed to learn time management. I needed to learn how to be more productive. I needed to learn how to stop procrastinating. So that's like a bunch of things there that I needed to learn, get better at. So I use YouTube as a tool rather than an entertainment device to actively go out and search for those things. So a lot of my time, once I deleted social media, was spent on that. So the first kind of thing I want to tell you about is, if you delete social media, this will probably happen to you as well. You'll probably start spending a lot more time on YouTube. I know that I did, but when you are on YouTube, try and make most of that time you actively searching for the things that you need to upskill yourself based on what your goal is. So another example is, if your goal right now, is the gym, like you've just started at the gym, you've just started lifting weights, and you're really getting into it, you kind of enjoy it. It's a bit difficult, it's a bit hard at first, but you really want to improve your body, you want to improve your health. You could literally spend the time when you don't have social media, instead of looking up fitness influencers, because Instagram will catch on to that pretty quick, and TikTok, and they'll start showing you like Sam Sulek and all these different fitness influencers that are blowing up right now. Instead of just like randomly watching little shorts from them and reels and stuff, you could go onto YouTube and search for things like how to do the bench press properly, how to progressively overload, how to macro track, how to lose fat, how to achieve muscle hypertrophy, what's the ideal rep range, what's the ideal workout split. You could start looking up all these videos, and then that time ends up becoming a bit more productive. Okay, the second piece of advice I want to give you, it's another task that you can do, instead of, now that you've deleted social media, is to read books. So I'm going to be completely honest with you here. I have probably only read, I think 4 books. I've read about 4 books since deleting social media, and I deleted social media about 6 months ago, maybe 5 or 6 months ago. I deleted social media off of my phone, that is. I've still got my accounts and stuff. And yeah, I've read about 4 books since then. So I've read Millionaire Fastlane. I'm reading some of Marcus Aurelius's meditation notes. I've not actually finished that yet. I read the 4-Hour Work Week. What was the third one? The Way of the Superior Man. So that's 4 books. It's actually 3 that I finished, because I'm still on with the meditations one. But yes, I read 4 books. That's a good place to start. If you're on self-improvement, if you're wanting to improve your finances, just improve your overall like well-being in life, these are kind of like the 3 books that you'll hear about literally everywhere: 4-Hour Work Week, Millionaire Fastlane, and Way of the Superior Man. I'm forgetting the names of the books, but yeah, so those 3 books, I've read all 3 of them. They're all amazing. I think Millionaire Fastlane is my favorite one. That was the first one I read, and it was the one that I got into the most. And yeah, just a quick tip, you can either go out and buy these, but if you do have a Kindle, and you can get Kindles super cheap, I just borrowed my sister's old Kindle. You can get these books for like, I think like £2-3. It's like $5 like per book. Like, they're super cheap on Kindle. And yeah, that is just another thing that you can use to instead of being on social media. But you might be thinking, well, books are boring, I don't like reading. Well, I would say that you're probably just reading the wrong books. Like, people who say books are boring, it's like, I get that, but you're probably just reading the wrong stuff. Like, those 3 books that I've just listed to you there might really be quite boring to you, especially if you don't really care about self-improvement, and you're just interested in like fantasy novels and stuff. Just change the book. Don't just take the books that I've told you to read. Read something else. I've recently started reading The Lord of the Rings as well, so I borrowed that from my sister as well. It's the first Lord of the Rings book. I'm a super big fan of Lord of the Rings, and yeah, I've always thought, like, wouldn't it be cool if I could read the books? Because I know everything about like the films, and I'm quite deep into the lore of Lord of the Rings. I love it. It's just something that I'm really interested in. I just love that universe. So I thought, let's read the books. So that's just another thing you could do. Instead of me watching Lord of the Rings YouTube shorts, I can just actually read the books, and that's where all the source material is. And yeah, it's just in my opinion, it's a better use of your time, and it's something else you can do rather than being on social media now that you've got all this extra time. So pick whatever it is that you're interested in, go out and find a book on it, and just try read it. The third thing I'll say, and this is probably the most important kind of piece of advice I can give you since deleting social media, is you need to spend time outside. And this could be literally anything. So for me, since getting rid of social media, I found I've got a lot more time to just go for a walk. Whereas, I used to, let's say I'd finish a task on my computer when I was doing the agency stuff, for example. I'd finish a big task on my laptop. And then once it's finished, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm done now. That's the work I was going to do for today. I'm done. And I'd kind of just sit down, open my phone up, and I was on Instagram for an hour, right? Or YouTube Shorts, whatever. Now, because I don't have social media on my phone, I usually just go for a walk. So after I finish a big bit of work, I can just go for a walk, something. I totally get it if it's like raining or just like super cold, whatever. Yeah, read a book, listen to a podcast, do something else. But I'd say it's super important to try and replace a big chunk, like probably like 20-30% of the time that you would have spent on social media trying to get outdoors. Because let's face it, we don't get outdoors enough, right? In the way the modern world is, there's so many screens, there's so many two-dimensional, like I've got the big monitor here, I've got my laptop, I've got another laptop down here, it's my work laptop, I've got my phone which is recording this, and there's just screens everywhere. I'm indoors right now, it's sunny outside, I'm recording these videos. It's like, once I've recorded these videos, I'll probably go outside, get some more sunlight, just try and spend some time outdoors, even if it's just walking to the gym, for example, or you want to go like play football with your friends or whatever. Just try and pick up some hobby, try and pick up something that you can do that just gets you outside. That's one of the biggest things that's helped me, is getting on walks, getting outside more. You also get the little extra benefit of, a bit of weight loss, faster metabolism, being active, getting the sunlight, getting some fresh air. That is just one of the most important things I can say, is don't fill up all the time that you would have spent on social media after deleting it, kind of just still like just reading books. And although I've said to read books, don't spend, like, if you spend 3 hours a day on social media, don't spend 3 hours a day reading books. You know what I mean? You need to get outside. That's the whole point. You need to try and get out of the house, get out and about. And yeah, that's just been super helpful for me, especially going on walks. I think I get a lot of really good ideas when I'm on walks as well. And it's just a time to like, sometimes I'll listen to a podcast, sometimes I'll just sort of walk in silence and just think. And it's been super helpful for me for like mental health, and just for like creativity as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's 3 things that I've started doing since deleting social media, and things that I've started prioritizing more. If you haven't deleted social media yet and you're just watching this video to sort of see what there is to do afterwards, I can sort of see why you might do that. Just keep in mind that since deleting social media for me, I've not missed it. I've been far more productive. I've just felt overall a lot better, and I've had a lot more time to focus on like my goals, which is growing the YouTube channel, improving myself overall, just with self-improvement in general. It just allows you to have so much more time and freedom to dedicate towards that. And I do feel like being on social media, although there's positives of social media, for like growing businesses and personal brands and stuff, I get that. But for me, I think just having social media, spending a lot of time on it, is a net negative. I think it detracts from your self-improvement journey. It detracts from you achieving your goals most of the time. I just wanted to make this quick video talking about what are some of the other things you can do once you've got rid of social media. Right, just remember, improve yourself by 1% every day and you will get there. See ya.